Hi guys, 18 Dapper here and welcome to this match preview for this Tuesday night's game at the new Plough Lane. It's AFC Wimbledon versus Doncaster Rovers. Let's get this video started. So guys, welcome to this match preview. AFC Wimbledon versus Doncaster Rovers this Tuesday night, the 3rd of November. And if you're an existing subscriber, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. If this is the video that's brought you to the channel, welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please click that subscribe button so you don't miss any more content as the season hopefully continues. But without further ado, if you are new, this is a format that we do match previews in. We'll look at the previous meetings between the two clubs. We'll look at the current form in all competitions for both teams. I choose a Doncaster Rovers player to focus on and just give a little bit about them, and then we look at the opponent, the history, and I give my opinion on the one to watch, in this case for AFC Wimbledon. And then me and the family have got a predictions league and I'll give you an update of that at the end, so please stay tuned. And then the final bit is my score prediction for the game on Tuesday. So on to previous meetings. The two clubs have not faced off that many times, only 7 times, but that's only counting Wimbledon's history from their reformation. So 7 times since AFC Wimbledon reformed, and the Rovers have come out on top on 2 occasions. Wimbledon have won 3 of the 7, so slightly edging it, and we've shared the spoils twice. Looking back at the last 5 meetings between the two clubs, we go back to 2018 in League One, and it was a home win for the Rovers, 2-1, and then in 2019 League One away, it was a 2-0 defeat. We don't do well in Wimbledon. And then the FA Cup in Wimbledon, we got the 1-1 draw, and then at home we beat them 2-0, and then in League One last season, an away defeat 2-1. As I say, we don't do well on our travels to Wimbledon. I hope that doesn't continue this Tuesday night after a fantastic win on Saturday against Lincoln. And that brings me on to current form. Looking at the two clubs, Rovers 3 wins out of the last 5, 2 defeats as well. Wimbledon not doing too bad, they've turned a bit of a corner, 2 wins, 2 defeats at the start of the 5 that we're looking at, and then unbeaten in 3 with a draw, a win and a draw on Saturday against MK Dons. Wimbledon, solid start to the campaign, and it sees them sitting 11th on 13 points. I think expectation wise Wimbledon fans will be fairly happy with that. I think mid-table is achieving, maybe overachieving. I don't want to sound disrespectful, but potentially that's overachieving in League One. Finishing mid-table and solid start, the new ground coming, it's positive for Wimbledon. Wimbledon coming into this game full of confidence after the 2 draws and a win in their last 3, but within those games they've withstood a lot of pressure. MK Dons and Burton especially, having a lot of the play, having a lot of possession, a lot of chances, but Wimbledon coming away with the draws. So it shows that they're fairly resilient at the back, and with the limited chances that they do make, they can make the best of them. So something to watch out for on Tuesday night. Moving on to the Rovers, we stopped the rot of 2 defeats on Saturday. 2 defeats coming against newly promoted teams in Crewe and Plymouth. So disappointing at those results. But once again, we play top of the table like we did Ipswich, and a fantastic performance, topped off with a 1-0 win. And it's knocked another team off at the top of the table, so hopefully we can build on that 1-0 win and start getting a little bit of consistency and a bit of momentum going in the league and the FA Cup next Saturday. And it was just a fantastic squad performance on Saturday against Lincoln for me. Every man put absolutely everything into it, and what a goal to win the game in the first half. And that brings me on to the player focus for this week for the Rovers, and it's none other than Captain Marvel himself, Ben Whiteman. And he was the one who scored the absolute screamer on Saturday against Lincoln. But it's not just that I want to talk about. For me, Ben is one of the best midfielders in League One. He breaks play up, he starts attacks, he is a leader, he leads by example, and just the work off of the ball and on the ball is second to none. And I am so surprised that we kept hold of him and is not playing at Championship level. And hopefully in January we do the same, keep hold of this guy, and he could be the difference between making playoffs and not this season for me. Fantastic player, one of the best in League One in my opinion, and it's shown this season what he's got in his locker. His passing ability, his range passing is at a different level, and the goal that he scored on Saturday was one of the best this season so far. If you've not seen it, go and check it out on the Rovers official page or wherever you can find the highlights. Go and check it out. Fluid football. Ben was part of the build up to it, and then it's just come to him, one touch, volley, unreal. Go and watch it. But yeah, Ben Whiteman definitely one to watch for us every single game, to be fair. Fantastic player. Moving on to the opponent, AFC Wimbledon. They were founded in 2002 and currently managed by Glyn Hodges, who started his career at Wimbledon, so a little bit of history there. I think Glyn will be wanting to do his best at a club that he started his playing career at, and they're doing very, very well, as I said earlier on in the video, currently sitting in 11th, which is a very respectable position. Some of the recent honours: Blue Square Bet South winners in 2008-2009, Blue Square Bet Premier playoff winners in 2010-2011, and then the League 2 playoff winners in 2015-16. So since they were reformed, it has been a very upward trajectory, and I'm so happy that they're moving back home to the newly built Plough Lane. I'd have loved to have been coming down, but lockdown once again, unfortunately. But yeah, to be the first team at a new stadium is always nice, but it could go against us a little bit like it did with Huddersfield when we moved to the Keep Moat. So I'm hoping that AFC Wimbledon have a fantastic future in the stadium, but I'm also hoping that the Rovers can spoil the party a little bit on Tuesday night. I think the lack of fans is a leveller. If fans were in the stadium, brand new stadium, the atmosphere I'm sure would have been absolutely amazing, but without the fans being there, it is a leveller, so hopefully that does play in our favour rather than Wimbledon's. Moving on to the player to watch for me, it's Joe Pigott. Fantastic player. I'd love to see him in a Rovers shirt. I've said it before on previous previews and vlogs in other seasons. Such a good player, very attack minded, good on the ball, and he can set goals up, he can score them, and he's showing that this season with 3 goals and 4 assists. And I think without him in Wimbledon's team it could be a very different picture, but he adds that ability to kind of create something from nothing. And as I said earlier, Wimbledon have not really seen much of the ball over the last couple of games, but still come away with points, and I think it's partially because of this guy. Obviously the players around him are supporting him, but I think without him, potentially those draws that they've ground out would have been 1-goal defeats maybe. So yeah, definitely one to watch. I think if we keep him quiet, we'll come away with at least a point. But my predictions have not been great this year, so don't be trusting my words on that one. But yeah, I think if we keep him quiet, we've got a good chance of coming away with something on Tuesday. But Joe Pigott, the one to watch for me. And that brings me on to the prediction league table. As I've just said, don't trust me on any of my predictions. I haven't got a single one right this year. I think I've got 1 result right, so I'm on 1 point. But if you are new to this, the way that we work it is if we get the scoreline spot on, we get 3 points. If we get the outcome of the game or the result right, the outcome of the game correct, we get 1 point. And if we get it completely incorrect, it's no points. As I say, my predictions not being very good, but on Saturday there was some movement. Chris was the only one who went with a win. My dad went with a defeat, 2-1 I believe, and Max went with a 2-2 draw. I went with a 2-0 defeat. I thought Lincoln were going to turn us over, a very good team, but we pulled out a performance, got the win. Chris, the loyalty has paid off. He's got another point, so that puts him firmly on top of the table on 7 points. Max and my dad joint second on 4 points, and I'm still there holding everybody up on the 1. So I need to get some correct scores to start catching these guys up. Plenty of time left in the season. Hopefully it doesn't get curtailed again. But if it does, then this will get curtailed as well. And that brings me on to my score prediction. I think the new stadium, the new ground will have an impact on the results. I think Wimbledon will be well up for it. Do I think we're strong enough to beat them? Yes, I do. I am confident after Saturday's performance and Saturday's result. I think we'll go there and spoil the party. I think it'll be a very tight game though, but I think we'll just edge it 2-1. And this curse of not performing well in Wimbledon will be done and dusted. But as I say, my predictions have not been very good, so it wouldn't surprise me if we don't come away with a draw or absolutely nothing. But we will see on Tuesday night. I'm going to leave the video here. If you've enjoyed it, big thumbs up for us please. Comment in the section down below. I enjoy reading your thoughts on the upcoming games as well. Wimbledon fans, get your comments in down below as well. If you haven't already, please click that subscribe button. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.